Alright, so Windmill Valley. I guess I've been on kind of a weird Windmill kick. I did open Son of Val a little while ago. I also got this here, which is supposed to be, I guess, the upgrade for the tulips that are in that, so it's supposed to be like some wood or something. I don't know. Maybe they're resin? I don't know. Plastic, screen printed, I have zero idea. Kind of look like teeth. Colors are kind of muted, but whatever. So I did get that because why not? But yeah, this is Board and Dice production from, I believe it was 2024. Let me see. Yeah, I think it was from 2024. But yeah, plays solo 1 to 4. But the sort of intriguing thing about that, what kind of made me want to get it, actually 2 reasons. Sort of reminded me vaguely of Glass Road with the gears, which is a pretty common thing, but also Mayan calendar game. A really nice quality box, I do have to say. So we have 2 rulebooks. We have the rulebook for solo mode, and then we have the sort of irregular sort of rulebook. But yeah, going back to the sort of the sort of gears that are in this game, you could sort of upgrade them. But as the when I had originally looked at this game, as they don't necessarily sync up, so I think that's pretty interesting. I think you have to line them up towards that. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting mechanic to play around with. And we also here we have some different windmills. So yeah, pretty nice production quality, I do have to say. We have some, I don't know what this is supposed to be. It reminds me of those tabs that you, if you ever die Easter eggs, before it got absurdly, it's, expensive, unless you have your own chickens. But yeah, that's what that reminds me of. We got some regular browns. We have the little washer things, I guess, to tie in the windmills. So player boards here are pretty interesting. So kind of noticed that they're kind of raised, and it looks like you'll be able to sort of slide some cards underneath that. I think very well done, and I think, if I remember correctly, as you kind of go across when you're building things, I'm not flipping anybody off, sorry, but you kind of unlock those spots, so very much like one of those, I don't know, I can't think of those type of games, like those flipping rights. And we got some more of these pastel sort of tabs. We have an army of bags, which is interesting. So these are the boards themselves, it looks like. Okay, so these are the tulips that you would normally place on your individual farm board, but I got the upgrade for that, so I'm gonna probably do something else with that. We have, let's see, yeah, so these are the boards themselves. Oh, yeah, so they punch out pretty well. That looks quite interesting there. Yeah. What would Freud have said about that? So yeah, you got one for each player. You have these little tokens, these saw and whatever tokens that have gears on them. So those are a little tricky to punch out. I'm just kind of giving them a little way. So yeah, I would say be careful with that. And then you have some of these upgrades that would go inside those gears there. What they do, I don't know. It looks like the Grateful Dead to me. But yeah, it looks, some, obviously you gotta remember some symbols here, but whatever. And then we have some tracks here, and then we have like maybe a wild tulip board. So that's interesting. And there is an expansion coming out to this, which I'll have to admit I actually pre-ordered, even though I haven't played this yet. Which is probably, you know, pretty blah 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 blah. Pretty presumptuous, but you know, I did my research, so hopefully that was an investment. I didn't think it was relatively inexpensive. I mean, everything is insanely expensive now, but you know, for an expansion, it wasn't too bad. We got some boats here. So I don't know what any of these cards do, to be honest. I'm just assuming they're gold cards or maybe some order cards. And then we have some, looks like contracts with some people on the back. Maybe these are assistants or people that you can hire. It looks like it. I don't know which country this is supposed to be. Is this like a Dutch thing? I don't know. Yeah, windmills, I automatically think of Don Quixote. And then we have the board, which I don't think I'm going to be... Wow, very colorful, actually. Very colorful board. I'm not sure if that's going to be a hindrance to... I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why I worry about that. Maybe it's just an accessibility thing. Maybe it's my work life spilling into my hobby life. But, you know, I always do worry about accessibility, you know, for people that have different disabilities. So yeah, there's that. Sorry I didn't show the whole thing, but I don't think I'm going to be able to fit it anyway. But yeah, there's that business there. And like I said, there's an expansion coming out soon. So yeah, you know, hopefully I can either play it solo or, you know, get it to table at some point. But yeah,